joined in. I got a little project today. I see guys out there using scissor tie downs. In PA here, they're not legal. You have to do the ratchet binders. Put all that extra chain under there. Okay, I have to secure this bucket. I'll show you what we got going on. Okay, here we go. Poured that sidewalk about 25 years ago. Show you what we're doing right around back. Okay, so this has sort of a quick coupler on it. You just have to loosen this nut, flip this, bucket falls off, change buckets out. So you have to use a wrench. I prefer the hydraulic quick collect, but I'm sure this was a little bit cheaper. So, okay, we're gonna start digging right over here. We have to replace this electric line. They put an addition on the house, and they think, the owners think that's when the line got damaged. It worked for 5 or 10 years, and now it doesn't, they don't have power in the garage anymore. So we're going to come out here. This is a new solar power electric line, so we're staying away from that. So about 2 feet off of that, all the way around the house, making this bend right to the corner of the fence there, and we'll go into the house with our new electric line. Not our typical work, but it's a friend of mine, and we're just gonna do it because I'm all caught up, almost all caught up in the garage, but they need it done and I agreed to do it, so that's where we're at. Okay, so we're only digging about, oh, this ground is really soft. We're only digging about 18 inches deep. Let me get pulled away from here a little bit. I'm gonna go get a shovel and see if I can feel where those lines are. He said those ones are about 1.5 feet deep as well. So we just get this pulled back a little bit. I'll go grab a shovel. Be right back. So there's our French drain. Here's our electric line. Just comes out of this conduit. Direct burial. Follows this. I wonder if they didn't hurt it when they were doing this. It's heading right in that direction. But nevertheless, we're going to put a new one in right around. I just wanted to see that. Now I can stay away from it. Alright, let's head in the machine where it is warm. Okay, now that I can see the pipe, I can just dig a little starter hole right here. we know there's nothing else in this area. Gas and electric and water are all out front. We will cross the water line when we get over there. But that is that's much deeper than we're going. So just a quick recap, you know, just a couple swipes. We're only going down the thickness of the bucket. About 18 inches. Very soft material, cuts through it like butter. So once I get it down, now I just drop the bucket nice and flat in there. And heel the bottom out. Now the pipe will set in there, you know, nice and smooth. You don't want the conduit in there like that. If you ever have to pull anything through it, it just makes it a lot harder. So get it in there. You can pull this fluff back a little bit, but I don't want to make too much of a mess for them. I brought down the 36-inch cleanup bucket. And so on. It's nice I can see their ditch for their solar panel line. Right, I'm saying about 3 or 4 feet away from that. We don't want to have to make that phone call. So just run the machine at, you know, low RPM. It's digging real nice. This 302. It's a real nice machine. We picked this up last season. We use our 3017 so much that we were putting a lot of hours on it, so I wanted to spread that out a little bit. And it's nice having the closed canopy here. We got heat. I'll turn the radio on. Look at it, I can't even get the dirt out of the bucket. There we go. Now I'll creep up. And heel that bottom of the ditch out. Okay, nice and smooth. That's what we're looking for. Now I can just bend that conduit right around. Dug, it went pretty good. Had to work around the downspout over there. Yesterday we were going to use 1-inch conduit, and talking to the electrician, he called back and said he would prefer 1.5 inches. So I don't know if we're going to make all these bends. So we're going to get it glued together, see if it lays in there nice. If not, we'll have to cut it and put a fitting or two in it. It's just so much nicer pulling the wire if you can just bend that pipe. So we're going to go ahead and glue some of this together. Just wanted to check that camera angle. Oh boy, I gotta get in shape before concrete season. I think that's pretty good there. Okay, laying right in the ditch. Let's go get the rest of the pipe in. Bending around real nice. We should be in good shape. Okay, so after we pull the wire through, I'll go ahead and add this sweeping 90, a little piece. We're gonna drill a hole right through there and follow that old wire. We'll go in right here, I'll go look inside and see how much room. I don't want to hit a floor joist, so we'll look at the floor joist and see which way they're running. Maybe we have this whole cavity. We'll go check that out. I don't want to have to punch 2 holes in here because this one's hitting a block of wood. So we'll check that out and get that drilled next. This is going pretty good. The pipe fit in the ditch really nice. Now we're not fighting a 22. We'll be able to pull that wire through real easy. We're going to pull a tether with it so that if they ever need to add, oh, who knows, you know, Cat 5 or cable, phone, you know, maybe they could throw it in there. I don't think it's worth running a whole nother spare conduit. The stuff is almost $30 a stick. But at least a tether, and it could save a headache down the road. Okay. Now, while I'm waiting on the pipe to get here, I'll go ahead and make provisions. We want to replace this. Check this. So I just have a grinder. Cut that off. I already cut it inside. Done with that. So now we're gonna bring this up. Bring this all closer. We'll stub up conduit into this box, and then we can go right inside. So I need a bit. We want that to sit in there. Is that bigger than 2-inch? Let's see what I got here. I think it's gonna be close. Need like 2 1/4 maybe. And if it goes like that, that's not a bad look either. That's the biggest one I got. Sounds like I need a new battery too. Okay, so one hole was already in there. Let's see if I can steady it. Ah, come on, come on, come on. Ah. Darn it. I did not want to butch up the siding for him, but it's tough drilling a hole. That keeps catching there. Alright. It's getting close. Ah, darn it. You son of a gun. Maybe get a knife and cut that away. So I just got a utility knife and cut the rest of that corner off. There we go. Now it's just a little bit too small. I want that to accept into there. So I'm gonna see if I can round that out. I'd like it to go, you know, flush to that. Let's see what happens. I think I'm getting close. There we go. So a little bit right there. I like it. Okay. So just take a bag. Tie a string through the handles. Kind of fluff it into the pipe. You ever do those old bottle rockets? Packing the parachute? Not real tight, you just want it to be able to be pulled through.
Okay?
Yep, go ahead. There goes the sweeper turned on. Uh-oh. So at each joint it might be catching a little bit. Just feather it back. We did this up at Tommy's house and it just, I don't want to rip that bag. There we go. Letting it build up pressure in there. Nope, not through just yet, unless it got stuck up here. I didn't think it took that much string. No, oh, it's right there. Yep, we got it.
I was waiting for it.
It got stuck on the end of the nozzle.
I was waiting for this to start, like, working hard.
Okay. I know, isn't that funny?
And Mike told me that the Tommy did up there.
And there's our string. This drill bit's gonna work good here. So here's the one I just cut in the basement. Right out. So I'm going right in that same hole. And you can see how this bevel is holding me out. So if I drill a 2-inch hole, I can slide a piece of pipe right through there. So I came back down day 2 here, and it's late in the afternoon. This is about 3 o'clock. I just have some heavier tether tied to my string. Let's go pull that through, and then we'll pull the wire back. If we just go on the string, this is pretty light string for this, and it could break. There's no way that's breaking as I pull on it. I had a plastic bag stuffed in the pipe just to keep the dirt out. I just wind this string up. Okay, it looks like it could be getting snagged right here. But everything looks okay. Keep it up out of the dirt. Alright, back to the other side. Okay, there we go. So we'll hook our wire onto this and pull it back. It was cheaper to buy a 600-foot roll of wire. So I just pulled out 70 feet marked with black tape. And the other red one, I will not mark it. That way we know which one is which. They will both be hot, but it's nice to get, come on, get in there, just to hold it there. Some sort of indicator on it. So I have these stretched out through the yard, waiting on my white and green to show up, and we'll start pulling through. Got everything all taped together. Starting to pull the wire through. Biff's on the other side rolling up that nylon rope. So as I feel him pull that, I just feed the wire in. Smooth sailing. I'm gonna have to stop here. I have it stretched out through the front yard. I'm sure it'll be kind of balled up. See it coming. I can't stop to check the camera angle. Inch-and-a-half conduit, 4 wires. We got plenty of wiggle room in there. It's going real good. Okay, just got the word. We are through. Okay, so we have about 20 feet left. 10 to go in this wall, 10 to go in that wall. at Armstrong here, they put in a new underground direct burial cable for internet. My conduit is all done. We just need to hold it straight. Wires are all in. So, can you put a foot on that?
What's that?
Can you put a foot on that right there? And I'll get this backfilled.
Okay.
You got it?
Yep.
Whoop. Just over a little bit, right there. Okay. Let me just get a little pile of dirt on that to hold it. The pipe's flexing. I'll try not to fill up your tennis shoes. And then we'll start backfilling and work our way to the other side. Put the 3-foot bucket on. Just combing the dirt in to the ditch. It's not too bad. It's just a tough time of year to do this kind of work and keep the customer's yard nice. Especially here, we're getting a lot of water runoff. But it's not too bad. They're calling for rain, I believe, tonight. So I'm just anxious to get this closed up for them. So just pull it in and maybe leave it mounded up a little bit there. Okay, so I got everything roughed in. I ran over the ditch a couple times with the machine. Now I'm basically just working my way out. Just dragging the bucket, stretching it out as far as I can, just till it touches the ground, and then comb it back. Now that leaves it pretty nice for them. A quick rake, a couple grass cuttings, handful of grass seed. It was about a 2-foot ditch. I filled it in, ran over with the machine, and then fluffed it up again. So if it does settle, it really won't be much. I just have one little pile of dirt. I'll just bring it all the way back down to this end. I'll check that camera angle. Hopefully we're pointing in the right direction. I sometimes mount the camera like on the machine, but then I can't talk, and I say, well, I'll do a talk over, but then it's weeks later and I forget what I wanted to say. So I'll keep you in here with me, stretching that machine out, stretching that bucket out. And that way you know what I'm looking at. And looks like one more pull here is gonna do it. Just throwing that last little bit. Close this video out here before it gets too dark. Nothing behind me. I'll do one more. Okay, so there it is. I ran an LB. That's my conduit coming up. Conduit going into the house. That's hitting, this one's hitting paneling inside. So I'm going to take a Sawzall tomorrow and cut that. Then I'll send this wire in right beside the box. Then the electrician can take it from there. So there it is, all fluffed up. A little bit of raking, a little bit of grass seed, ready for spring. There's my shovel. Okay, there it is. I just ran another LB. I reduced it to 1 inch. It was easier to get through that wall cavity. 45, 45, 90. Let's go look in the basement. Just checking how I left it outside. Looks nice. Again, reduced to 1 inch, right down into the box. Dave's making the final connections. There it is. It's all lit up. Back in business. Now the garage door openers work. Nice.
Thank you, Tom.
You are welcome. See you Saturday for saw cutting.